Welcome in Suivi Travaux for Pocket PC presentation. Let's see briefly Windows for Pocket PC environment. All standard applications like Excel or Word are available on Pocket PC. Let's try to write something on Pocket Word, for example. There is no keyboard, so we can write with a virtual keyboard supplied in Windows. Let's write new document, for example. As in Word, we can modify format of Word. Let's put document in red. So it's a very intuitive environment. But to write more quickly, there is the transcriber to write naturally on the screen. I'm writing in French because my transcriber version is in French. And it will recognize automatically what I'm writing. So the recognition rate is very good, so it allows to write very quickly on Pocket PC. Let's run now Suivi Travaux for Pocket PC. This module has been implemented to manage construction file directly on the plant. It's actually in French, but it can be easily translated in English with single table conversion. The menu has many options like filter option, checklist editing, punch list, signatories, parameters, notes, vocal memo, and photos. First of all, let's define filter options. At the beginning, we have to define the project. So let's choose it. As in Windows, we have list box and we can modify column width, etc. Let's choose Merox Extractif project. Let's try now to choose the system. It's the phase effect of construction. Let's choose now the item or reference object in French. It can be isometric, instrument, etc. Let's take a piping item. We are now ready to open the checklist of the piping item. We can check each point directly on the screen. Let's enter in the details of the first checklist point. We have the title and every other field that are available in Suivi Travaux on desktop version. Here we can read that Monji Zarouk has realized this point on December. Let's create a new item and modify it. We are going to write a new title instead of nouveau point de checklist. Let's try to write it with the transcriber directly on the screen. Création d'un nouveau point. To correct, we go to the point and rewrite what is wrong. Let's save those modifications, so the new checklist point is created. Let's now open punch list menu for the Merox project. There are 60 punch list points. Let's create a new punch list point. As in the checklist menu, let's write a new title. En point de punch list. and we can see that recognizing rate is really good. Here this point has been created today, and we can modify with a calendar the expected date. We can also directly write the current date. All other fields are those which are present in desktop suivi travaux, and let's modify the punch list type. Let's put a new supervisor for this punch list point. All can be updated naturally. So the punch list point is now saved. Let's now open Signatories menu. In this menu we can make customer sign the file. So let's, for example, open signature of Serge Boussion. At the beginning of Signatory menu we can read the purpose of the signatory, which is the project, and a little synthesis. And here is a signature. Let's add a new signatory, me for example. I'm now ready to sign. Here are contents, and now I'm going to put my signature. It is very useful to eliminate totally the paper, because the signature is stored into the computer now, into the database. Of course, it is encrypted, and no one can modify it. There are item signatories. Let's add, for example, Fontes Christian. And instead of signing, we can directly check that the signatory has checked the file. Let's go to Parameters menu. Here we can define the language of the interface. We can also see that demo user is connected. Let's create now a new note. In fact, we can put a note on each checklist point. The last checklist point selected was tuyau trié complètement et correctement monté. Let's put a new note, a new blank note on this checklist point. We can here write everything and draw something. This note can be read in Word format on the desktop, and it's also stored into the database. Let's try now to record a vocal memo. On the last checklist point, it will record vocal memo. Let's do it. Well, we are now recording a vocal memo. Let's add the volume and let's listen.
Well, we are now recording a vocal memo.
The autonomy of the recording memo is up than 8 hours, so you can record all that you want. And as we said, a photo module is not available because there is no camera on the Pocket PC.